Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, and this is my Sunday chat. How are you? I hope you're well. Thank you for joining me by my fireside. It's pretty cold and miserable outside, so I've lit the fire. This is my Sunday chat for Sunday the 5th of December 2021. Christmas is coming fast upon us, isn't it? So this is all quite Christmassy. I have yet to get any decorations. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do down here in my front room. I've put decorations up in the studio where I do the Vobes show, but I've not done anything down here yet, so I'll have to think about that. Anyway, I wanted to thank everybody for the Christmas cards. A number of Christmas cards have come in, so thank you so much for that. That's really kind. You're ever so generous. I appreciate that. And also, I had a mysterious envelope that came through the door with £10 in it, but no name. I've no idea who it's from. If it was you, do get in touch, because I'd love to thank you personally for that. So very much appreciated it. A number of exciting and very generous donations have come in. People are so nice. I do my best to keep you entertained with the videos, but when I set this up and started to do this, I had no idea of the generosity and the kindness that people have shown to me. Somebody who is doing what he loves to do, and that's make videos and explore the countryside and share some of my slightly weird lifestyle with you. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. A generous gift also, and it'll probably feature in a film coming up, was from Robert Brailsford. He heard that we've got this Cala gas heater, or it's an LPG heater, I realised, and it broke. I've had it for years. I don't know where I got it from, and the front broke off. And in the end, it was just the frontage and the naked flame, which made it, of course, a bit lethal. And he said, well, we can't have that, and we've got to keep Julia warm when you're doing the Vogue show. So he very kindly bought me, bought the studio, a heater. He donated the money, and I went and chose it. And it arrived yesterday, as I film this. It arrived on Friday, great big box. And I looked at it and I went, oh, I've ordered the wrong thing. It says LPG on it, not Cala gas. Now, I've since learnt, it's amazing how much you learn when you do these things. I've since learned that, of course, Cala, or Cala gas, is the brand name for LPG gas. And part of the LPG gas is butane and propane. And Cala gas obviously manufacture this, and that's their brand. But it was like, I guess it's a bit like Hoover. You think of Hoover as being the object, don't you? And I believe it's even a noun now, to hoover, or a verb, to hoover the room. But of course, it's a private limited company, or I don't know if it's limited or whatever. It's probably a big corporation swallowed up by conglomerates now. But it's not the actual. It's not a vacuum. It is a vacuum cleaner, but it isn't the vacuum cleaner. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm trying to say. It is a brand of vacuum cleaners that's now become synonymous. And I think Cala gas was the same. So I had this slight shock, and I had to look up. I thought, oh, well, maybe you buy LPG as a separate thing. No. The blue bottle that I've got in the old fire will work. I'm waffling. Sorry about that. Get on with it. I had a very interesting and curious little object from Jason Patrick, Welshman Jason Patrick, who's another viewer, presumably from Wales. And he sent me, he was watching me chop my logs in one of my previous videos. So he sent me this little gadget that goes on the end of a drill. So I need to try that out. So that will be coming out in a video. It's a curious little thing. It goes in the end of the drill, and it drills into the wood, and it kind of is like a small log splitter, I suppose, so that you don't have to get the sledgehammer out and a wood grenade. Although I quite enjoy doing that, but if this is sort of ready to hand and you can just whistle through it, then I'm all for that as well. So thank you so much for that. That's very kind of you. Whilst we were on the case of that, a very nice chap called Tim popped round the other day with a whole load of offcuts. Now, he was working at a local woodyard and he saw these things and they were going to throw them away. And he said, wait a minute, if you're going to throw them away, I know a bloke who could use with some of those. And so he got these offcuts, and they're hard wood and they're in cube form. And he said they'll be very useful for your fire because they'll take long to burn. And in a way, it's a bit like coal. And I've tried them and they're brilliant. I love them. If only I could get, a ton of them, that would be great. But he did give me 2 quite hefty bags, so they will take a bit of time to get through. So as I say, Christmas is the time for giving, and people have been very generous. So I just want to say thank you very much. What more can you do? Now, you may have seen yesterday's video as I record this, or as this goes out rather. I did a lovely walk and slightly comic walk with a leaf fight with Ricky. We had a laugh making that video. We'd done one, we'd made a video, I suppose, about 6 weeks earlier, maybe sooner than that. And we'd had a laugh doing that, and we thought, well, the comedy goes quite well, but sort of not, slapstick. But we did have a laugh putting that together and working together. Now, this goes out on Sunday, as I say. Ricky is going to be my guest on the Vobes show on Tuesday night. Now, normally the Vobes show goes out on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 8 o'clock on a different YouTube channel called the Vobes show. It's a live show. It's a bit silly in places. We have a laugh, but sometimes it's serious and sometimes it sort of coasts along really with what is on people's mind. We just have a chat. Sometimes I do have guests, and on this occasion I'm going to have Ricky as my guest. This month, up until Christmas, I'm doing a daily show every day as a sort of an advent calendar affair. So, like open the door, it's whatever day it is. Normally, as I say, it's Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays, but this time doing it all through the week, Monday to Friday. I do take the weekend off from the Vobes show. I do need some evenings to myself. So that will run up until Christmas. So do check out Tuesday at 8 o'clock on the Vobes show YouTube channel. Put that in, you'll see it come up. If you miss it, it will be there. You can watch it back. He's a great chap with an interesting past and interesting life. So it would be good to have a quiz with him, find out what he's about, and also no doubt the audience will want to ask questions as well, which they can do. So that's fantastic. So look out for that. And if you haven't seen our walk that we did recently up at Fernhurst, check that out. Beautiful autumn colours. It was a lovely day. I fear that we've got rain and cold coming, so we were very lucky to get that in. So I don't know how many more outdoor shows I'm going to get between now and Christmas, but I'll do my best. And fortunately, the indoor shows seem to be going down very well. I'm thrilled with that too. So thank you very much for your feedback on that and letting me know that it's okay and that you quite enjoy the stuff at home. So I was very nervous about doing the stuff at home, but you've made me relax about that and realise that people are quite nosy about one's life at home. So that's quite interesting. And on that front, I was absolutely overjoyed that the chimney sweep episode, within the first 48 hours of it going out, had over 10,000 views. I mean, that's astonishing, and I'm thrilled. If only every video did that, I'd be laughing. I'd be able to invest so much more into the show. But I guess there's a lot of people searching for how to clean their chimneys at this moment in time. I guess people are thinking, oh yeah, Christmas is coming, we better clean the chimney, etc. It's all very expensive. It's not actually that expensive to get somebody out, to get a professional. I would advise it if you've never done it before, at least for the very first time, so you can watch what they do and ask them questions. And then if you feel up to it, of course you can buy your own brushes and vacuum and various bits and bobs and do it yourself if you've got the confidence to do that. But I would definitely advise getting a professional in to start with. And I was also pleased on that video that there wasn't too many criticising comments telling me I'd done something wrong. I am getting more and more thick-skinned with the comments. Mostly I don't care, but there's certain things that I do that I'm a bit worried that people will come down on me like a ton of bricks, in case I made big gaffes. And inevitably I do. But fortunately, people are very kind, so thank you for that. Also, next year is coming up, and I have been thinking about this quite a bit. I feel that I haven't been able to fulfill my landscape heritage and nature, my quest for England this year terribly much. I think we've had a strange year, what with the pandemic and the various restrictions that we've had forced upon us, and many uncertainties about what the future holds. And I think this year has been a bit of a weird year. We didn't do a canal boat trip, mainly because there were a lot of people doing staycations and places were being booked up much more rapidly than normal and at higher prices. And I can't blame the holiday companies for wanting to charge a little bit more, because the previous year they had nothing. Hospitality, of course, has been decimated throughout this whole, well, more than decimated. Decimated is a funny word because it means 10% has been bad, hasn't it? But actually it's more than 10%. It's the whole damn industry has really taken a hefty bashing. So this year's not been great, but I do want to finish off my van, get it a little bit more comfortable. I do have a heater coming, which I shall demonstrate or try out anyway, a little heater for the van. I'm going to experiment with that. But next year I'm determined that I will get out a lot more. I will go for a few days, perhaps incorporate an Airbnb midway through that, so that one can do a couple of nights in the van, go to an Airbnb, empty the loo, have a proper shower, use the Wi-Fi, do some editing, have a decent bed, all that sort of stuff, and then do another couple of nights in the van and come home, and then that way I could get away for a whole week. So I'm trying to plan places to go, and I desperately want to do much more of that travelling about. So watch this space. Things are slowly coming to fruition, and this is what happens during the winter, really, I think. Daily Vobes show to Christmas, I've already said, so I'm reading off my crib sheet here. And finally, really, just to thank everybody for being a bit self-indulgent when I do sometimes my reminiscent type shows or nostalgia shows. For example, my comedy character costumes that I was examining and exploring in another recent video. It was great fun to dress up, and because a number of people actually said, Richard, can you bring those characters out more frequently? We'd love to see them in different environments. And funnily enough, as I was putting that together, in the edit, I realised what I should have done is had Farmer Piles meet the detective, and actually maybe one day I'll put together a script with various characters, maybe get Julia to dress up, even Ricky, he may be up for it, and we'll do a 20-minute sketch show type thing with all the different characters. Let me know if you'd be up for that. We'll give it a whirl anyway, and try something out. It'd be quite fun. Might take a bit of effort to do, but and it might be a bit naff and it might not work. But, you know, I'm always interested in experimenting with different things that one can do in this format on YouTube. So it's all quite fun. Anyway, that's it for this Sunday chat. Thank you for dropping by. I do appreciate it. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. Looks like the fire is dying. I need to give that a poke. Have a good rest of the weekend, and I will see you next weekend for another chat. And in the meantime, I hope to be out and about making some more videos, another 3 videos for you to enjoy. So take care, and thanks very much for watching. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.